Coming, Calvin! Coming, Calvin!
Greetings, fellow mountain bike enthusiasts, and welcome back, and welcome to episode 3 of Nerds on Dirt, Nerding Out. This time, what we're nerding out on, my 2020 Trek Fuel EX. The original build was a 9.8, but like any self-respecting bike nerd, of course it's been modified. This is a bike I'm pretty familiar with, as I had the last gen model, and even tried to modify it similar to what this bike is, and I tried to make it basically this bike before this bike existed. The last one leaned a little bit more towards the pedally side of trail riding. This one leans a little bit more toward the rowdy side of trail riding. So what I've done is I've basically taken this bike out and ridden both ends of the spectrum of trail riding. Yesterday was a super pedally cross-country ride. And today was a more of a laps and gnarly. Oh yeah, right. Which, as gnarly as it can be when during the COVID time, we are kind of limited. And again, the Trek Fuel EX is a very versatile platform. I even raced my last gen one in an enduro. And it was a pedally enduro, but it actually did pretty well. I think I did 12th on that, so it was pretty good. So let's take a look and see if this might be the bike for you. Greetings, fellow mountain bike enthusiasts. Welcome back. We're going to be putting the new Fuel EX 9.8 through its paces here at good old Seaside at Klootchy Creek. We're going to go hit a bunch of trails and basically kind of push this thing maybe a little bit out of its comfort zone with 130 in the back, but we'll see how it goes. All right, we are rolling out here, headed up towards, sounds like we're gonna do Moflo for our first run. Weather is amazing. Word has it though, it's gonna rain all next week, so everybody and their brother is gonna be out today. Oh, we're definitely feeling yesterday's XC ride. We know this thing can climb well, but we are not climbing well on our own today. All right, everyone has already gone down, so we're taking our time here. Let's put this bike through some rowdy stuff. See how she goes. Open up the shock all the way. We'll see if she gobbles up all the travel or not. Ooh. Man, they are a little hot. All right, into the darkness we go. Oh, little hanging branch in the face. Way different than the Remedy feeling. Yeah, so much different. These brakes are real good. I think I need to put the minnow link back in low position for today. You all right?
Yeah, I went the wrong place.
Oh. Ooh. Yeah, definitely need to drop them in a lake.
Yeah, the two up.
All right, dropping in the sticky. Oh man, this is the driest we've got to ride it yet. Oh yeah. Oh, low branch. Woo. Yeah, really missing the remedy right about now. But this thing's still what it is. It's doing quite well. I knew this thing was going to be super fun when it was dry. I knew it. Woo! Those guys are gone. Definitely wish I'd have lowered that bottom bracket. Oh yeah, that was super good. Okay, we are dropping in for our first full run of defib. Upper part will be a real test, but we did lower the bottom bracket, so that already feels a lot more stable. Good old flip chip from Trek, you can't beat it. Ooh. Oh yeah. Send it! Case. Oh, up on a tree. Oh, shit. All right, mountain bike enthusiasts, welcome back. We have now finished both a cross-country day and a more rowdy trail day on the new Fuel EX. So let's talk about how I've built up my 9.8, and then let's talk about the Fuel EX itself. All right, this is my 2020 Fuel EX 9.8 that of course has been modified. We'll start from the front and we'll work our way back. So first thing, I run race face alloy bars. I don't like carbon bars. I've seen too many of them snap. I also tend to crash a little bit too much. A lot less since there's no racing this year, but it still happens. This is a Fox 36, not a Fox 40. The 40 is kind of a running joke between a friend of mine. I had some extra stickers from an old pack, so I stickered it up. It's a Fox Performance. I have modified it from the Grip 1 to the Grip 2 dampener, which is a huge upgrade. And I've also increased the travel from 140 to 150. So that's something that you can do yourself. Basically, you're looking at about, I think, you know, the extension kits are about $50–60, and then the cartridge itself is $300, and you basically end up with $1,000 fork. So you really can't complain on that. Other changes that I have made: I stole the EXO cranks off the Remedy. I also stole the XX1 derailleur and the EXO cassette. All these basically not performance, just for weight. I also updated the shifter to the EXO. That is for performance. Again, like I mentioned in the other video, shifter is where you actually feel it. So that EXO1, it shifts nice and crisp and smooth, and it works really well. The bike came stock with, of course, the SRAM GX components. Totally perfectly good working system. A little bit heavy, but it definitely does the job. One thing that I'm really excited about is these SLX brakes. They are the 4-piston SLX brakes, and I'm telling you right now, if you upgrade these to some sintered pads and the Ice Tech discs, these brakes will give XTs a run for their money. I did not experience the wandering brake bite that XTs are famous for, and I had lots of power and minimal fade, and you'll see in the video we definitely did some rowdy stuff today. So of course we've got Shimano XT pedals. The bike comes with Bontrager line carbon 30s. I did upgrade the hub, install the extra pawls that you can buy from Trek, and upgrade it from the 54 tooth engagement to the 108. Definitely recommend that. It's a cheap upgrade and it works really good. I also replaced the 2.6 tires. The SE4 tire is a really good tire, but right now we're kind of in a iffy weather pattern. They're good when it's dry. So on the back I've got, of course, a DHR. I tried to get an Assegai, but in these Corona times, unfortunately, the best thing I could come up with was a Minion. So I am running a 2.5 in the front, 2.4 in the back, rather than the 2.6s. I just prefer a little bit more of a tacky feel to it than the big old bulbous 2.6s. They may be light 2.6s, but they're still 2.6s. If you can only have one bike, this is probably one of the greatest bikes you can get your hands on. It is, again, it tackled a cross-country day with no problem, and if this was the only bike I had, if I didn't have the Remedy, then this bike would have been perfectly fine for today. You know, the Remedy really just soaks up all the rough stuff that we hit today, and this bike did okay. I mean, you can see travel ring there. You know, we definitely used almost all the travel. I'm still adjusting the shock. Something I am noticing, the valving on this, and again, it's probably valved a bit more toward trail cross country. It's a little bit stiffer, so I'm still trying to find a balance, and I don't think I'm ever going to be able to make it as plush as the Remedy, but it's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. Of course, the fork is, you know, great. Another thing I discovered today, which really kind of bothers me, and I know I thought I saw some talk about this on Pink Bike, and I'm gonna have to take a look, but this little twat box, you can see how it's moving there. It rattles on super hard downhills. I thought I was bottoming out my suspension. It was actually this little door rattling. So I'm gonna have to check with Trek to see what they have any fixes for, but I think I've already thought of a few things that I can do to fix that up. Other than that, this bike has been really good. This is definitely the bike I wanted to build with the last gen, but it just wasn't there. This bike, if you could only have one bike, this is the bike to have. All right, well, thanks very much for watching. And again, my friends, RSD, rubber side down.
All right. I'll let you go because you have the 40 in front.
Away, so when I'm gone